Oh, I hope the 49ers and their disgruntled fan base from 2 seasons ago didn't think I forgot about them. Let's go back in history here a little bit, all right? The Eagles beat the 49ers 31-7 in the NFC Championship game to go on to face the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, Super Bowl 57. Okay? After that game, and even months after that game, players and to a lesser extent their fans started talking trash about how, in Deebo Samuel's own words, the 49ers had to play with 10 guys on the field because Brock Purdy got hurt in the first quarter of the game. All right? So, everyone else is basically saying how this is saltiness, they're being salty, and it got a lot of steam, and the trash talk kept going on, and more players started saying stuff, and more fans started saying stuff about the Eagles. And even before the Eagles had that Super Bowl game, the players, not all of them obviously, not all the 49ers fans, tried to dampen this Super Bowl for the Eagles, being like, well, if the Eagles win, we're not going to accept it because it was a cupcake path they had. They faced the Giants in the divisional round. The Giants were a fluke team. They had a fluke win against the Vikings to get into the divisional round. They had to face in the conference finals, they had to face a 49ers team that had Brock Purdy injured in the first quarter and their backup stinks. Okay? Let's go back even farther in history. All right? A few years prior to that, in Super Bowl 52, the Eagles lost their quarterback Carson Wentz, who, need you guys remember, was having an MVP level season. And their backup came in Nick Foles and balled out and won the Super Bowl with that. Yet the Eagles are the fan base that deserve to have the salt thrown on them by guys like Deebo Samuel and other players on the team, because it was unfair that the 49ers backup couldn't play football and they stood no chance in the NFC Championship game. So, let's go back again in history to just one season ago. The 49ers, they won the NFC Championship game, and they got to face the same team that the Eagles got to face in the Kansas City Chiefs. And what did the 49ers do? Now they finally got their chance to show that, oh yeah, we got our chance to show what we can do against the Chiefs. They lost even worse than the Eagles did. So now let's go all the way back to, 3 days ago. The Eagles got a chance to have their revenge game. And mind you, let me just backtrack for 1 second. The 49ers, that was the second time they got to face the Chiefs in 3 seasons. So that was their revenge game. The Eagles now, 3 days ago, had to face the Chiefs again in their revenge game. And what happened? Belt to ass. To ass. To ass. To ass and ass, ass. However many asses the Chiefs put on the field, that's how many belts got dropped upon thee. So, Deebo Samuel, by the way, who is requesting to get off of the 49ers right now. Brock Purdy, who can't play anything above pedestrian unless Christian McCaffrey is balling out, unless George Kittle's healthy, unless Deebo Samuel's healthy. They need every piece firing on all cylinders to be successful on that team. Eagles, hey, they can win a Super Bowl championship with their backup quarterback, with their all-pro, future Hall of Fame left tackle injured, with their punt returner and their running back out for the rest of the season. And then what did the Eagles do? They won a Super Bowl in that revenge game against the Chiefs. And Deebo Samuel is not only having to watch that, but having no time to stay on the 49ers. He was the biggest crybaby bitch of all the players that were disgruntled after that conference loss to the Eagles 3 seasons ago. And now look at you. Now look at you, Deebo. Where are you at? Deebo got knocked the F out just like Deebo did on Friday. Anyway, I just, like, I have, like, my creative juices are flowing, and I had in my mind, I was just thinking hypothetically last week, what am I going to make a video about if the Eagles end up winning the Super Bowl and end up smashing them like I'm expecting them to smash the Chiefs? Oh, I got to talk about the 49ers. And I haven't mentioned the 49ers in any of my previous videos after the Super Bowl because I just wanted to make a solo dedicated video to them. Because you guys tried to cheapen the Eagles being in the Super Bowl because your backup quarterback sucked. Oh, that's the Eagles' fault. You're going to try and take away the shine of us being in the Super Bowl? Well, guess what? You can watch us in the Super Bowl right now. You guys talk like you're this big, prominent organization. You haven't won a Super Bowl since the Cowboys last won a Super Bowl. It's been since the 90s. Like, you guys act like you've done anything. Like, I mean, at least you've gotten to the Super Bowl. That's the only thing I can give you over the Cowboys. But, man, it's been a long time. Like, Google wasn't a thing since the last time you've been in the Super Bowl, 49ers. Just knowing that my team and that us fans here, specifically in Philly, we knew going into this playoffs, like, they're the best team. I wanted to face the Lions so bad so we could smack them in the mouth. Unfortunately, Jaden Daniels did that for him. So guess what we had to do? We had to smack Jaden Daniels in the mouth. Put up the biggest win ever. Well, the most points scored ever in the NFC Championship game, and went into the Super Bowl and kicked the back-to-back defending champs right in their ass. Something the 49ers and Deebo Samuel only wish they could do. So anyway, I hope Deebo Samuel, above all people, loved watching that Super Bowl. I love the fact that no one could throw any salt or take away any of the shine of the path the Eagles took to get into this Super Bowl. And my God, I just want to say thank you. Because all that saltiness from guys like Deebo and the 49ers fan base, which again, it wasn't all of them, and anyone else around the league that I'm not accepting the Eagles if they win this Super Bowl in Super Bowl 57. I'm not going to accept it because it's such a cupcake path. Blah, 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 blah. It's not legit. Asterisk. There's your asterisk right there. Try and put that asterisk on Super Bowl 59. Go ahead and try. See how many people accept that. That is all.